on the mat, you come with whatever, you bring whatever, and then at the end of it, something's shifted. And how magic is that? So thank you for being here. Okay. Well, let's start as we have been. So make a comfortable seat for yourself, and then after we own, we'll sit for a bit of time and just tune into all that frequency, the energy frequency. Okay, and with that, as I said that, let's just open the chest a little bit and do a little bit of this. And if you want to add, please do that. Good. And then we'll take it to the side here and give these right underneath, this very tender spot. Right now, I just went with the thumbs. Just walk them around the side of the chest, side of the breast. Good, 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 good. Okay, good. All right, let's go to the arms. Give a little bit of this, a little bit of, oh, hi, so good to meet you and see you. And then the hands are together. Switch. Do it again. Good. Okay, let's do some of this on the head. Wake it up. Good. I feel some ear pulling coming in after this. So I'm just going to pull on these little ears, open them up. I have my earbuds in, so I'm not going to get the little flap, but it's always kind of nice to take your fingers and just massage that little flap. And it does sometimes, hold fluid or whatever. So give it a little on a little flap. Good. And we'll let the arms rest and open the mouth super wide. Stick your tongue out. Like you're going to the doctor, that. And the throat opens and you do that. Let's do that. Nice big breath in. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, bring your hands together. Good. And then bow your chin. Take a few moments here in your breath, in your sit, in your presence, welcoming your practice. I love this idea of yoga practice. You come to practice. That's it, just like practicing your piano. Practice, improve, you get better, you get to know yourself better. It's not about rocking your tree pose. It's about tuning into the inner frequencies. Allow the resonance of the breath and chant Om together 3 times. Inhale to lengthen. Release the breath completely. And then inhale fully. Om. 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 Releasing your hands. Drop your jaw. And inhale, gently open your eyes, lift your chin. Okay, let's stay as we are sitting for a moment and just stretch the legs out. Leave the feet. And even here, just sitting with the legs out, opening the backs of the legs a little bit. And we'll start to just move the feet. Yes. Rolling your ankles. Both directions. Okay. Good. All right, we're going to do a little foot massage, more of getting the fingers in between the toes. So whatever works, bring your foot in, give it a little massage. Warm it up, wake it up. Good. Eventually walk your way to your toes and give them a nice little rub on the sides, on the fronts, on the backs. And before we take the fingers in, I'm just going to open up the spaces between each toe. Just give them a little pull apart and a wiggle. Creating space. And then we'll take the opposite hand, leave the fingers in between the toes, best as you can to get to web as best as you can. We haven't done this for a little while, so you might notice for yourself that things might be a little bit more crunchy. Okay, so we'll just spend a few moments here just breathing into that space, opening the foot, opening the spaces between the toes. Okay, we'll take one more moment here. Nice big breath in and send it out. Good. Okay, and then we'll release the fingers, give the foot a good little twist. Good little kiss. I love you. Thank you. Best foot ever. Oh, wait, there's two of you. Good. Okay, and then take a moment, look at your foot, even feel. Oh my gosh, I just looked over at hearts and they're literally different colors. Okay, so it's normal if that's happening for you. Okay, give this foot a little wake up, pink up. And then the same thing is make your way up to the toes and give each toe a rub on the sides and the fronts and the backs. Soft jaw. Yes. Twist. Opening up the space, 4 spaces of your 5 toes. Ready? Fingers. Just breathing into this. I'm just sitting here in the memory of the first time I did this. I know I've shared this with all of you many times, but you can maybe think about the first time you did it. And early 30s, I could barely get my fingers in there. Yeah. Okay, good. And we'll release and give the foot a little twist. A kiss. Or blow it. And then extend them out. And again, we're just going to come to sit in this legs out and point and flex your feet, your new, brand new pinked up little tootsies. Good. Okay, well, let's stay sitting and we'll come into a Baddha Konasana just for a moment. And so, if it's not comfortable, you keep your hands down and do whatever you need to do. And just going to sit up here. So I'm holding on to the ankles and I'm going to actually pull them in as I lift the chest. Almost like taking that little baby, when I said the other day, when a baby gets up and it does this, butt back, heart up, shoulders back. So if it's better to put the hands behind you and imagine yourself embodying that, you can press the feet together, pull the toes out. Take one more breath here. come back to Dandasana with the legs out. Move your feet. Okay, well, I feel like a seated windshield wiper will be next. You're welcome to stay here to play. I'll just put the feet down and just take a little bit of side to side. It might come off your blanket. Just moving your hips and your feet. I'm going to put the hands down just for extra wrist. So whatever feels good. Move your head like, ah. Nice, and then we'll come back to Dandasana. It's the staff pose, that's what it means. With legs out, sit up, whatever works here, sit on something. Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna assume you're comfortable-ish here, whatever ish is. Okay, take your hands, rub the backs of your knees. I said the other day, these are the eyes of the legs or the back of the knees. Okay, so you just feel almost like an armpit. And then come back to your Dandasana. And now you've massaged this area and just feel like you can even close your eyes and go. I'm gonna soften and open the backs of my knees. Drop your jaw. Soften and open backs of my knees. Just bringing awareness there, whatever's happening. One more time. Soften and open backs of my knees. You might notice, something shifting. Good. Okay, let's come to lie down. Then you're going to set up near the wall because legs up the wall is happening today. But we're going to start with, let's grab your strap. Let's take a block, one block of your strap. I'm going to put the bolster underneath my knees. Come to lie down. And if you want another blanket for your torso, why not? That's nice. I'll just put it down this way. The hips. Say nice because I look at it and I'm like, oh, nice. It's for me. Oh, I had a heating pad. That's for me too. Make it really nice. So I was talking to someone the other day and said something about how much I love heating pads. And she said, well, you can't take one everywhere you go. And I'm like, I definitely pack it in my suitcase when I go away. And I'm all over the house, as you can imagine, because there's many here. And I was thinking, when she said that to me, you wouldn't, at this day and age, you wouldn't buy a car with a heated seat. We all know how much we love our heated seat. Same thing. Okay. So once you come to lie down, put as much as you need under your head to feel comfortable. And that bolster is right supporting the backs of the knees. So I'm just moving it down a little bit. And then once you come into this shape of lying down, come back to I'm softening and opening the backs of my knees. Softening and opening. Just feel like the backs of the knees are supported by the cushion. Take the arms and extend them over your head. Maybe flex your feet. You might lift up off the floor because we have the backs of the knees on the bolster. Open your hands. Stretch your fingers. Stretch your toes. Take a few breaths here in this elongated Supta Tadasana, lying down, mountain pose. We'll let your feet relax and we'll bring the arms up into the sky. Bring the right knee into your chest and rock it in and out. And you do have your strap there if you need it. And as you come into this place, if you feel your chin lifting, friends, put more support under your head. Just do the same. Good. Okay. And so we'll just rock it in and out, feel whatever else is moving with this. And And then your fingers interlace wherever they are. Maybe it's back of the thigh. You start to wave this side to side. Keeping the jaw soft. Good. Okay, any movement here? I feel like I'm actually going to let go and move this leg around in a circle. Moving that hip. Good. And then reverse whatever you're doing here. Okay, and then we'll hug this knee in again. Well, now I'm going to release again. And maybe I'll let the hands rest on my belly or tummy here. And as you inhale, straighten the leg up. And as you exhale, flex your foot and bend it. And point the foot and inhale, straighten. Good. Just do that a few times and even watch your, look at my foot and leg move. Whew. Okay. And then we'll roll the knee a little bit. So let the heel come down and then start to just make like a big circle around with the foot. So the knee is moving, the hip is moving, everything's moving. And reverse. Okay. And you're going to hug it in again wherever you like. I'm going to put hand on hand right up at the knee and let the foot drop and then just, okay, now here. Maybe you want to close your eyes. Now you put your mind into the back of the left knee. Back of your left knee is softening and opening. You might notice, if that, you can call that in. You might notice a softening in the right hip. Might. One more moment. My back of my left knee is softening and opening. Notice the left leg start to relax a little more. Okay, and then we'll release the right leg, take the arms over your head again. Give yourself a nice big stretch, inhale. And as you exhale, just let everything soften and relax for a moment. And as you inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, bring that left knee in. Start wherever you need to here, maybe an opposite interlace. Just rocking it in and out. And little side to side. Soft eyes, actual eyes are soft. And then we'll rest here again. I'm going to put the hands behind the thigh and just let it drop. Okay. And then we'll release the hands out, maybe out to the side. And start to move this entire, I have it bent, but the leg itself is not, I'm not moving the shin or the knee or the foot, just rolling the hip. And then reverse. And then we'll bring it in, just hug it in again, pause. And we'll release the hands and let them rest on the tummy. And do inhale, straighten the leg. As you exhale, you flex the foot, bend it, and point the foot and extend it. Moving with your breath, miracle of simple movements. Notice if your shoulders are tensing, or your jaw, or your eyes. Okay. And then we'll let the heel come down and we'll start to make a circle with the foot's painting a big circle. Good. Reverse. Circle. Nice. Okay. And I've just started waving side to side. That feels good. I didn't do it on the other side, but we will. Good. Okay, come back and rest. I'm going to take the hands behind the thigh again. Let the shoulders drop and feet can relax, jaw can relax. And you draw your attention to the back of the right knee, resting on the bolster. The back of the right knee is softening and opening. Back of my right knee, softening and opening. Back of my right knee, softening and opening. Don't worry if you don't feel anything happening, but sometimes you can release that, let the left leg come out, arms overhead. Sometimes it is, even though we've been doing this for a long time and you know how long you've been doing this, it's still new language. So as you are here extended, feel the knees supported by the bolster and just put your mind there into this idea of softening and opening the back of the knee. And then you take the arms up to the side and we'll put the feet on the bolster out to the edges. So not to the edges, but it's far right foot is on the far right side, left foot's on the far left side. And we'll come to windshield wiper here. We get a little bit more movement in the back and the hips. And then I'm going to change this to go ankle over knee. So I'll walk the feet right to the center of the bolster, cross the left ankle over the right knee, and come back to this windshield wiper. And it might just be a little bit each way, you're feeling. Here you go. Oh, getting some back practice. This makes me happy. Okay, and then just change the feet. So left foot's down, right ankle over, and come back to this. Just letting it open. Maybe that's the theme of this class, is soften and open. I was thinking of all these sayings we have in our language, like, harden my heart, harden my resolve, sitting tight, all these things that we want to just go the opposite. Come to center, walk your feet to the outer sides of your bolster, pigeon toe your toes, let the knees drop in together. And we'll just take a few moments here in this lifted, basic resting pose. Okay, one more moment. Let's separate the knees. Oh, well, I feel a Baddha Konasana is coming here. So I'm going to put the soles of the feet together and let them just rest on the bolster. And that works for me. You need to extend your feet away from you so that the sides of the knees are on the bolster. And if that's not good at all, just cross-legged or anything works here. Letting the pelvic floor open, outer hips open. Okay, and then we'll lift the knees up, put your feet on the bolster again in the center. Let's cross this right knee over the left knee. Then come back to your windshield wiper. Could just be a little bit each side. Just rocking there. So the opposite of Baddha Konasana with the knees open and the hips open is this. So I'll come to center. I'm going to hug this package in towards the chest and decide where the hands go. Maybe the strap comes in. Okay, so here we are. The knees are closed. Backs of the knees are closed-ish. I'm just going to soften and open back of your heart, shoulders, the hips. Ears, can you soften your ears? How do you do that? Oh, I just did it. Maybe I'm just guessing, maybe that's what you said. So you just let the ears drop. Good. Okay, release your hands, set the left foot on the bolster. Do a couple windshield wipers here just to move things. Move to ankle over knee, so we're opening a little bit. Do a windshield wiper a couple times. Good. And then let your right foot come down and across the left knee over here. I'm going to keep my hands on my torso this time as I wave side to side. I get a little torso or a little belly massage, or inner goodness massage. And come to center. You can stay here and bring it in, change the interlace. And feel that even in this very tight, compressed place, I'm softening and opening. And that might, I said the back of the heart, the shoulders, good place to start. Muscles of your face, your jaw, your eyes. Release the hands, set the foot on the bolster, and come back to windshield wiper a few times. And then we'll move to ankle over knee, still same, nothing's changed, just opening it up a little bit. And set your left foot down, and I'm going to come back to Baddha Konasana. Any way that works, you let the feet just slide. Opening your low belly. I'm going to take the hands and it's accessible here. I massage it. I showed you all the shapes that live here. They might make a big circle on your tummy up to the ribs and both hands. Maybe you draw a heart a few times here and find that heart shape. Looks like dividing the two halves and bringing them together. Okay. All right, I'm going to stretch the legs out. All right, here you might give a little peek. I'm going to take the block. I'm going to put the block on the foot. I'm going to take but not yet. First, I'm going to take my strap, and you're going to make a little loop. And you can, as you're doing that, I'll just show you. I'm going to put the strap around the block and around the foot. And if here it is, it's going up. If it's going to fall, you should be able to catch it okay. And hopefully it won't hit you in the face. I'm pretty sure it won't. Because it's actually going to be away from, it's not even near my face. So I'll just take in the block, foot is on block. I'm going to hold the strap with the right hand. Maybe the leg goes up in the air, maybe not. We're using the block here, to give the foot some feedback. So once you're here, once you kind of figured it out, just take it down again so you can see where. We're not. You're gonna figure it out. What do you need to do to balance this block? And you might even take the toes away, just see if that gives you something more to press into. So just find it. Take a few moments. Okay. And then we have the left knee is supported by the bolster. The right leg is up, and it could be bent. It can all work. I'm going to take my left hand to the back of the left knee and just feel it there. Hello, left knee. Back of left knee. They're important. And then just feel like I'm softening and opening the back of this right knee. Okay, I'm going to start to take this leg side to side. It doesn't need to be fast at all. You're going to watch it. Okay, I'm going to take the leg out to the right. So, whoa, what's going to happen? Maybe the right elbow is going to come down to the floor. That looks cool. Like a floating block. And then I'm just going to push with love, with energy, out into the right foot. And we'll bring the leg up. Switch hands, find the balance in the block, and then we'll take the leg across just that little bit, that little bit. Soften into the backs of your knees. Can you find that here? Maybe not. What happening? Okay, if you want to try and take it all the way over to the left foot has to turn. There has to be a connection with the block. You're using the left hand to really hold the strap. Push into the block. Take the right hip away from your head. Soften into, maybe the right glute can soften a little bit. Okay, bring the leg up. And you bend the knee, take the block off. Maybe rest the block on your belly, just like that with the strap. And take a moment to feel. Because this softening at the back of the knees, it seems to be our theme. Come back to that for a few breaths. How can I soften and open? Backs of my knees. And because we've done that work on the right side, you might already feel like it's there. Okay. Left foot. So the strap to the block, foot. Hold the strap and then take your time till you extend the leg. You might have to adjust a little bit. Oh. And then once you're there, we'll just pause here. I'm holding the strap with my left hand, my right arm's out to the side. Let me see if I can pull the toes away. And there's this great like heel to hip connection. And in the middle is the back of this knee. So wake up the back of this left knee, sorry. Well, wake up, soften, you're important. Okay, you start to take the, I think we waved a little bit side to side first. We'll move a little bit. You just can get the bearings of block on foot and let the leg come out to the left side. Whatever you need to do. You know, if you need to bend the other side, do that. Feel what do you need to do to find all these little connections. Pressing the foot into the block and I'm pulling on the strap to have that connection and softening. Anything. Maybe it's the right shoulder. Good. Okay. Bring it up. Change hands. Good. And take a moment, feel yourself here. When you cross this left leg a little bit, just enough to be here. Good. Hey. Good girl. Picture. It's gonna be 5, so we should be close to getting her to listen to us. Okay, now I'm going to take the leg all the way over, let the right leg turn. And we can let the elbow come down, be where you need to be. Open that hip flexor, the left hip flexor, just opening that. Wow, I'm going to pull the toes away from the blocking. That's going to give something. Okay, come back up. Let's take a moment here in this shape and you're going to put your mind into the back of maybe both knees. Open them. If I open my mouth, it's an easier place to feel. Okay, release. So find your block, take it off and set it aside, stretch the legs out. feel we're going to do a few little bridges. So I'm just going to move the bolster out of the way. Just kicked it off to the side. Feet are down. We have very little underneath us. And I'm going to go not much support under the head, because when we lift the hips, the head probably doesn't need that much. So, okay, anchor your upper arms, your shoulders. Put your feet in a place that feels good. And maybe just start by moving your feet a few times. So you lift everything, keep the heels on the floor, and then lift the heels and keep the toes on the floor. Do that a few times. Hip and heel connection. Notice your tailbone moving a little bit. And then plant the feet. Maybe you move the heels out just a little bit. Good. Exhale, soften. And as you inhale, use the upper arms, the shoulders, the head, the feet, or to peel yourself up off the floor. You might lift your head and replace it, and then exhale and lower. And just do it like that a few times, maybe 2 more times. So I'm just peeling up, peeling down. I read this thing about this pose, that exactly what we're doing right now, and how this is such a good thing we can do. I mean, we know it. You know it. You know everything you're doing here and what's happening. The spine is curling, and gravity is shifting, and all of that good stuff. Okay, I'm going to lift the hips. I'm going to hang out there for a few moments. Release the arms straight down by your sides. Maybe you interlace your fingers. You walk the upper arms towards each other. And then be wherever you are. If this is too much, back off. Really feeling the feet pushing down, the hips lifting. We're going to lift the toes. No softening of the backs of the knees here. And then release your arms, lower all the way down. Pause for a full in-breath, out-breath, windshield wiper. I'm going to put the hands on my body again so they get a little massage as you roll side to side. And then we'll hug these knees into your chest. Whatever feels good, you rock a little bit, sway, smile. You're in your little youthful dance. Good. Okay, let's do some egg beating. And I think I'm going to put the hands underneath the hips. So I'm going to put the feet back down, lift the hips, put the hands underneath. Snuggle in. And then lift your legs up and find your egg beater. And it could be very slow. It could be faster. It's going to watch the feet, watch the hips. Good. Reverse. Reverse. I'm speeding up. Here we go. The other way. Let the hips move. Everything move the other way. Good. Okay, one more time, each direction. And then we'll hug the knees in again. And really rock them. So you let them go far away, let them come in, let the tailbone move. There's a little bit of abdominal work happening, maybe for you. For me, yes. Good. And then we'll hug the knees in. We're going to go to happy baby. So it could be, it could be this. Let's put the hands underneath. This could be your happy baby. Grab your outer feet if that feels okay. And let's rock. Maybe as I rock to the right, I'll stretch the right leg out and bring the left foot in towards my navel. Moving side to side, very slow. Yes. Oh, there's some Baddha there as the feet come in. Feeling all of that. Okay, I'm going to rest, I'd say, in this happy baby for a few breaths. So find a place where you can be here. So in happy baby, tailbone's lifting or more in the diaphragm area of the mid back. Good. Take one more full breath. And hug your knees in, and maybe we lift the head and chest and make ourselves so small. See what it is here. Lower yourself down. Take your feet to the floor. Take basic resting pose, no bolster. So feet wide, knees together. Rest your hands and rest here. Okay, I'm gonna add breath work here. Hopefully you're comfortable. So I have the hands on the belly, and as you inhale, you're gonna fill up the lower part, and as you exhale, you open your mouth and pump that in. And it can be slow, so it's a expand and contract. Let's do that a few more times. The last one. And then release that and just be with normal breath. And I'm going to do a fast pump for the next round. So you're welcome to just keep it. You know, you're doing good work, filling and whatever's happening. Only happening to happen. Okay, so here it goes. I'm going to inhale and then do the breath of fire, which is and release, normal breath. Good work. Okay, so we're gonna set up our legs up the wall. I'm gonna rock and roll here a few times. And just take full advantage of this rolling of the spine, and maybe the feet will come over. If that works, whatever works. Doing it. Okay, do one more. Okay, and then we come up and take a few moments once you come up to just feel the energetic shift and expansive. Beautiful. All right. Okay, let's shift the props. Take this one I was lying on and turn it this way. And you know, you can be far away from the wall for your legs up the wall. The closer we are, obviously, it's more of this. So if when sitting in this isn't happy, and you can also turn your bolster. I don't want to confuse things, but I'll just show this. You know, for some people, this might be so helpful. I'll put a block here for the head, and so just rest on the bolster, the legs up, or you could have a blanket. Oh, you know what? Wow, this is it for me. I feel okay. This will be my legs up the wall today. This feels awesome. So it's like an integration of Supta Satchibanda when we lie over the bolster and the shoulders are down, the head's down. If that works for you, this feels really nice for me. The strap is here. And then I'm going to take the strap and then we'll just lightly belt the legs just so that I don't have to focus too much on keeping them in place. As you drop in, you know, we've been playing with the sandbags too. If you have one, you use one. You put it on your chest. You can go on the feet. That's for it. Make sure you're comfortable. So if this shape that I suggested isn't happy, just make it your own. Just putting my belt in the middle of the thighs. Oh, yes. Okay. Eye pillows if you like. Okay, so as you settle, take your attention to the backs of your knees. Be with that space, creating space, this idea of softening, opening the backs of the knees. Stay with that visual or this intention for a few moments. You're welcome to shift into whatever mode you need here, allowing the weight of gravity and supports you placed to hold you. You can just soften, use any holding. You are being held. And just rest here for about 5 minutes. And at that time, if you want to shift into a lying down Shavasana, you'll have enough time to enjoy that. And you can also stay here the whole for the remainder of the practice. Softening and opening. Time of hardening is past. Time of softening and opening. Relishing. Every moment is here. This moment. And just sitting any place that is a little tense and you can soften into the jaw soften, eyes soften, inner ears release. Bringing your awareness to the back of your right knee. in the back of your left knee. You'd like to shift into lying down Shavasana or even seated meditation. Do that now. Continue to rest in your legs supported with the wall. Starting to bring your awareness to your breath. Taking a few long, slow, relaxed, full inhales, full exhales. Wish to stretch your arms over your head. That works. Depending on what shape you're in, maybe move your feet a little bit, your toes, your fingers. Walking your legs are at the wall, you just walk them down. Make your way out of this very gently and slowly, honoring every movement. Sacred awakening. Eventually you'll come to rest on your side and take a few moments there. Savor. in between place of practice space and coming back to awakening. Take your time. Once you do come up, just be in your own resonance. This word relish came up, like relishing this moment, this space, these energetics. This body, this breath. If you're ready, friends, we'll inhale. Exhale, joining the hands at your heart. Bow your chin. Smile. We will seal this practice with one Om. Inhale to lengthen. Om. Full breath. Breathe into your hands. Catch that breath. Bow your chin. And then anoint yourself, bathe yourself, honor yourself with all your good energies, all your good intentions, and you send that out to each other, to your loved ones, to this world, anywhere there that needs it. Yes, and then get to take it all back. Yes, so much love and honoring and gratitude and appreciation for you. Thank you. Stay friends. Enjoy this beautiful, glorious Sunday. Welcome back. Welcome, everyone, and see you later. Have a good day.